So microdosing, as when used in a therapeutic type of setting, like how I'm using it, it's very subtle, very, very subtle. So someone who's on one of my microdosing programs, they are microdosing and they're going to work and they're driving a car and they're doing all the things that they would normally do. And you should never feel like you're on the medicine. If you are feeling any kind of effects, that's too high of a dose and we have to dial it back. It really becomes a matter of merging your consciousness with the consciousness of the plant in such a subtle way that it's just supporting you in the background throughout the day. So, for instance, with like pharmaceuticals, so if someone is going to take an antidepressant or an anti anxiety medicine, especially with like SSRIs, those, and again, I'm not a doctor, but from what I know, um, those SSRIs are really designed to create homeostasis, right? To take someone who is feeling depressed or hopeless or whatever their symptoms might be and to place them in a safe box where they can sit and feel safe. And so creating levels in the brain that make that possible is really important. And there is a time and a place for that. And I'm an advocate of those medicines when people need them. What psilocybin does is the opposite. So instead of placing you in a safe box, it sort of starts opening up new neural pathways and going in new and different directions that maybe your brain hasn't gone in before. So, intention setting is a really important part of microdosing. I love to tell the story about a client that I had many years ago, but we were working on an intention. I like to set an intention with my clients that they have for a month to 6 months, basically, as long as they need to sort of get all of the answers that they are meant to get with that one intention. So this client's intention was spirit, show me healthy habits, or universe, show me healthy habits. And I think what she thought she was going to get was that the medicine was going to help her work out more and maybe drink less and show up to work with, a healthy attitude. But instead what she got was the push to really examine her relationship with her mom, was the push to examine her relationship with men and the types of relationships that she was calling into her life. And so the medicine really guided her to sort of look at these other challenges that she was experiencing in her life and clean those up first before a daily yoga practice could come into play, before she could show up to work, feeling happy and good about herself. It guided her to do these other things first. And so it's really interesting how the intention and the intentionality of this practice can help guide us through the microdosing.
So it goes much deeper than what your conscious mind thinks it wants. It goes to the root of what you need, not what you want, but what you actually need. And it might get messy a little bit as stuff gets cleaned up a bit, but then eventually you'll be able to, like you said, take the yoga class and show up to work happy, but it's going to clean up stuff on a much, much deeper level
Exactly.
to lift your
Yeah,
spirit.
exactly. Exactly.